Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya De Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Mukam Karoti Vachalam, Pangum Langhayate Girim, Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande, Shri Guru Dinatarinam, Shri Paramananda Madhavam, Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna, I am feeling extremely happy to meet with all of you. Hare Krishna. I request there is Bikram. Yes, Bikram. So he will be our meeting coordinator. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So your responsibility is to unmute those who want to speak. And my request is, because we are handling about 104 participants, you only unmute yourself where you want to speak something. You raise your hand, you unmute. Otherwise, if 10 people at a time unmute, the class will get disturbed. So the session will be interactive, and try to interact as much as possible. We will keep the session in a dialogue format. So I'll be speaking and all of you also can participate in the discussion. We will speak certain concepts, and I will request all of you to interact, and I will ask all of you some questions. So more and more people interact, more and more people will get benefited from this session. And the most important thing is that the session will be in English. So we are not going to mix any other language. Maybe some part of Hindi may be there, but it will be fully in English. Try to make notes, and we'll also have a little bit of quiz or a little bit of revision in the next session of the previous session. So if you make some notes, then it will be more effective. So I know all of you are a little elder in age. I can see all of your faces that you are a little bit, and many are maybe double of my age, and some are triple of my age, and some are younger to me. But and it's difficult also to again go back to school. But Bhagavad Gita is life school. It will help you to take charge of your life. Okay, so try to be as interactive as possible, and it will really help you. Hare Krishna. So with this note, today's topic, it is the first session of the 8 sessions we are going to cover up. And today's topic, as you saw in the PPT, which I just shared before, yes. So this is called Bhagavad Gita, the bridge for life. So we are going to see today how or why do I need Bhagavad Gita? Many are still confused that what do Bhagavad Gita help me 5,000 years before some book was written, and how can really it help to me? I was giving a seminar, and let's almost about 11 years before, I was giving a seminar in a company. Okay, there is some message that has come that voice nahi aa raha hai. I just check. Is the voice coming? Yes, Bikram?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay,
it's clear.
It's clear. Okay,
It's clear.
I think. Okay, that's good. So I gave a seminar almost about 12 years ago in one company. This was my first seminar in a corporate. And when I gave that seminar, after the seminar name was Energizing Your Positive Energy. I gave that seminar and everything. And then generally, just like I am telling all of you today, be interactive. So I told after the seminar, let's have some interactive session. So how was the seminar and everything? I was asking questions. So one person, the HR of the company, raised his hand and said, "Ki seminar was very good." I said, "What did you like in the seminar?" And this person said, "Ki I liked your wonderful smile, Swamiji, Guruji, whatever it is, people address me." So I said, "Okay, I have a lot of good smiles." So then he said, "Ki I know the reason of your smile." I said, "You know the reason of my smile? Please tell, what's the reason?" This man said, "Ki Swamiji, you are smiling and smiling so nicely because you didn't got married in life." I said, "This is what you understood from the seminar." So sometimes in life, if we see, as I go ahead, sometimes in life, we have a notion that there is stress because I am having a particular, please mute, because I am in a particular situation. People think I am smiling, I am stress-free because I am a monk. But I will tell you, I have met so many categories of people last 18 years of my experience. I have met engineers, and when I meet engineers will say, "I made a mistake. I became engineer. If at all I would have become a banker, my life would have been stress-free. My father was a bank manager. My father said to me that become a banker." Then I go and give seminars to the bankers. And then the bankers, I make them write down what all challenges you are finding in banking sector. Then they write so many challenges. And then they say that, "Oh no, if I would have become an engineer like you, Swamiji, my life would have been so nice." And then I talk with the doctors. And then the doctor says, "The only problem is I made a mistake that..." Okay, this Sweta Rai, you please keep yourself muted. Don't give them. So, and then they started telling, the mistake is, my father said, you become an engineer, get into IIT. I joined MBBS and then I became a doctor. So much of problem. So, where is stress? It looks as if stress is everywhere. If you see, the first thing we need to answer is that, is stress positive or, yes, don't give them opportunity to unmute. So the first thing we need to find out is that, is stress positive or negative? What is stress? It's really positive or negative? Yes, anyone? Yes, anyone? What do you think stress is?
Stress is negative, I think.
Okay, stress is negative. Okay.
I can take a jab. I think stress is both positive and negative.
Okay, stress is both positive and negative.
And depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation. Okay. Yeah. Sonali ji is telling drains your positive energy. Okay. Anyone else?
Optimum amount of stress is good.
Okay.
Enough stress can be harmful.
Okay, optimum stress is good. Otherwise, it is negative. Okay. Yes. If we can handle it, is good. Okay. But problem is most of us mishandle it. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yeah. Purabi madam, yes.
Yes, it's difficult to handle stress But if you can handle the stress and become successful, that is very positive energy.
Okay, so if you can learn to handle the stress, it is possible. It is really positive. Okay. Last. Anyone else?
Yeah, so stress is both kind of positive and negative. But once you have the art of to handle that stress, I think that makes it more in the positive manner. And that art is, I think, very difficult for the human being to inculcate in themselves.
So the art is difficult, but the knowledge all of you are speaking is stress is both positive or negative. Stress is depending on situation, but I would say stress is important. Stress is not positive. Stress is not negative. Stress is not both negative and positive. Stress is important. It is important. Important means mahattapurn. If stress is not there, we cannot do anything in life. So the first thing Bhagavad Gita teaches us, as we are going to see till the end, because today is an introduction session, I'll give you an overview of what you are expecting from Bhagavad Gita, what you'll get from it. Bhagavad Gita, yeah, please, Lalit Bhattacharya ji, please unmute, please everyone keep yourself muted, don't. So the first thing Bhagavad Gita is going to teach you is stress is...
I have muted Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
You also mute Prabhuji. We cannot hear your audio.
Okay, I'm also muted. Okay. Bikram ji, please handle those who are getting unmuted.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Mute. This mute here.
Yeah, now you are audible, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, handling so many people together is really difficult. This is also stress, and Bhagavad Gita stress that it is important. So, stress is important. Without stress, nothing will work. So, Bhagavad Gita is going to teach us that stress is not positive, stress is not negative, stress is important in life. Everyone will have a notion that being a banker is stressful, I should become an engineer. Being an engineer is stressful, I should have become a doctor. But everywhere stress is important. If you really want to become successful, I'm not going to tell you to be successful, you have to be stress-free. I'm going to tell you to be successful, you have to be stressful. No one has ever become successful in life by becoming stress-free, except for those who sleep all throughout the day. Even sleeping throughout the day is stressful. One of my uncle, he was a remarkable, I don't know what you tell to a person who only sleeps, maybe sleeper, I don't know. Sleeper is a trained birth, but he used to remarkably spend his time in sleeping. And after 12 hours of sleeping, his back would feel so stressed that we have to massage. I have to massage because I was the kid, so that he can sleep further. So even sleeping for 12 hours is also stressful. If you want to be a successful sleeper or successful person who is nicely sleeping, then also you have to take some stress in life. The world is designed in such a way that without taking stress, you cannot achieve anything, not even sleeping. So stress-free is not the goal of life. Being stressful is important, and it is neither positive nor negative. This is the first thing Bhagavad Gita teaches us. Like my own sister, cousin sister, is going to appear for Olympics, and I have seen her running from day one of her life. Now she is 32, and since day one she has been running. Now imagine my sister, if she sits comfortably like in this, like I am sitting on a sofa comfortably and watching all other Olympic runners to run, can she get into Olympics? Now if the same sister, she keeps on running so much that she forgets eating, she forgets drinking, she forgets sleeping, can she reach to Olympic? She will reach to the hospital. So it's not that stress is positive or negative, stress is important. We need to learn how to really make it feel important in our life. If you want to do anything, as I said, if you want to even sleep throughout the day, you require stress. You need to purchase that mattress, Sleep Company or Wake Feet or Wake Up, that mattress. And for that mattress, you need to stretch and you need to go out to the market. And for getting that mattress, you have to earn some money. No one is going to give you a free, no one gives a smart greed mattress to a beggar. So understand, the first misconception that we have in life is to live a stress-free life. It is not possible. It is an illusion. Bhagavad Gita says that's what Arjuna wanted. As we go ahead, we see. Okay. Why it is not going ahead? Yeah. That was Arjuna's stress. Arjuna, in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, as we are going to see the next session, Arjuna is really stressed. By the way, Bhagavad Gita is the first stress management seminar 5,000 years ago. It was given for 45 minutes and today's session will also be for 45 minutes. Bhagavad Gita, before speaking Bhagavad Gita, as you see in the picture, Arjuna's stress was that Arjuna gave up all his Gandiva vow, everything, and Arjuna was sitting like this, just like the HR said to me, Swamiji, hi. The problem is I joined a company, got married, and you are stress-free because you are not married. So Arjuna was also thinking like this. Arjuna was telling to Krishna, I should become like Srinitai Das. If you read the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is clearly telling to Krishna that, oh Krishna, I am going. Enough is enough. I am stressed, I am giving up. And then people tell that Bhagavad Gita is a book, if you read, then you will become a sannyasi. I remember in my childhood, there was one small red covered book, something in our altar. And my mother used to say that you should give incense sticks and arati to that thing. I used to ask my mother what it is. No. I said, what it is? No. Just that is, this is respectable. Then I asked my father, what is it? No, this is Bhagavad Gita. I said, Bhagavad Gita has to be read. It should not be worshipped like this. It can be worshipped, it has to be worshipped, but it has to be read. No, if you read Bhagavad Gita, you will not be able to function in this world. You will give up this world. But the first recipient of the message of Gita, Arjuna, wanted to give up the world, and Krishna brought him to contribute to the world. So just see how we have so many misconceptions being drilled in the blood of Indian society that Bhagavad Gita is meant to make you outcast from the society. Here is a person, Arjuna, the first recipient of Bhagavad Gita, who wanted to get out of the society, become like Srinitai Das, sort of Srinitai Das, and try to be aloof, go to some Himalayas and do whatever he wants to do. And here is, after reading Bhagavad Gita, before reading Bhagavad Gita, this is Arjuna's condition. He left everything and he said, Krishna, I am not going to fight, I am not going to do anything. Now you take care, whatever has to be done. And after reading Bhagavad Gita, after the seminar of Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Mahabharata says, this is Arjuna's condition during the battle. It is said, Mahabharata says that Arjuna was moving his hand so fast that his hand was not visible. Is it not stressful? Tell me. Is it not stressful to move your hand like this? 8 hours in a day, entire day, Arjuna was moving his hand so fast that his hand was not visible. So during the battle, Arjuna was stressed. Before the battle, Arjuna was stressed. So what Bhagavad Gita did? Bhagavad Gita helped Arjuna to take the stress. So, stress needs to be managed, not eliminated. So the message, the first lesson of learning Bhagavad Gita is to help you not eliminate stress in life. To help you not understand stress is negative or positive. To help you manage stress in life. So, previously, we get utilized by stress. Arjuna was getting utilized by stress. Bhagavad Gita will help us to utilize stress. So the first lesson, what you will get from Bhagavad Gita is that right now we are living a life being utilized by stress. It's the stress which controls us, whether it is positive or negative, because even positive stress also has got a lot of problems. One man got a lottery of maybe a crore or whatever it is, and he got a heart attack because of the happiness and passed away. He got a lottery and he got a heart attack and he passed away. So you require also to manage your positive stress. Don't think that if it is positive, it will only help you. Even positive stress can also, people who could not handle positive stress, I have seen. My teacher, my professor used to call it Joule-Thomson effect. Because I'm an engineer, I'll explain what is Joule-Thomson effect. Like your air conditioner. Our air conditioner, it works in this principle. It first compresses the air and then releases it. And when the air is released, the temperature goes down. There is universal gas law and all those things that are there. So, and the temperature goes down. So, my professor in IIT Kharagpur, electrical engineering, he used to tell that lot of pressure was given in the coaching institute. When the person gets into engineering, before that, there is lot of stress. And as soon as the students get into the IIT, immediately the first year, so many people get F grade. They get into summer quarter, they get a lot of fail grades and everything. And all the director asks the professors, what happened? Why students are not studying? Why students are not studying? Effect of positive stress, they are not able to manage. My father, my mother, my teacher, they were giving so much of pressure. Now I have got into IIT. Happiness, enjoy. So even positive stress needs to be also managed properly. If you don't know how to manage positive stress also, it's not that only negative stress. We need to manage stress and not eliminate it. Then the question is, why does stress happen? Why we are not able to manage stress? Yes, anyone? Why we are not able to manage stress? What causes stress and what causes our incapability in managing stress? Yes, anyone? क्या समस्या है? क्यों हम स्ट्रेस को मैनेज नहीं कर पाते हैं? Yes, anyone? Okay, one by one. Yes, Nitin. and then Arusha.
So I think we are afraid of failure, and
Okay, we are afraid of failure. Okay, we are afraid of failure. Very good point. Yes, Arusha.
So basically,
Yeah. Please tell. Continue.
No, so we are afraid of failure, and because of that, we try to think that what is going to happen if, and that multiply with the stress factor to multiple factors, and that keep increasing the stress to your mind.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, yes, Tanmay, and then Arusha.
Hello?
Yeah. Arusha, yes, please tell.
Our attitude towards stress or situation is not
okay
proper.
Attitude towards stress, that's a good point. And here one more person is telling, I think, overthinking. Okay, Nupur and Tanmay.
I think that is how our emotional construct is. Probably we are not able to. That's how when we are happy, we are very happy. When we are sad, we tend to get more sad.
Okay, so that's how maybe our emotion. That's what is Bhagavad Gita meant to help us really take charge of life. As I said, take charge of your life. Yeah, that's good. It's last, Tanmay.
Sometimes if overloaded to work, we get stressed.
Okay, we get overloaded with work. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Like the chain of thoughts keeps on coming, and then we don't know how to.
Okay, so the same thing as overthinking and all those things. But why it happens? I'll give you some reasons. We'll discuss and then.
Expectations.
Oh, very good. One big loud clap of hands for this person who said it. Who said it? Tell him. Nirakar. Okay, one clap of hands for him. Really. So expectations, we are going to discuss on that. What causes stress? Yeah. So you see, one of my teacher was giving a seminar in an American company, and he saw a lot of Indians there. And when he saw a lot of Indians there, he asked the reason why so many Indians are there in this American company in America. So the HR of the company who had arranged the seminar, he was an Indian. He said, you see, Indians have some special quality. I said, what special quality? Indians are born to believe that things don't work, they are made to work. चीजें काम नहीं करता है, चीजों को काम करवाना पड़ता है. And he gave some examples. He said, every Indian knows when you get into a train, there is the pankha, there is the fan. And every Indian knows if you switch on, the fan may not work. And every Indian also knows how to make the fan work. Put your pen and make like this and the fan will work. Every Indian knows that when you take out the bike, it may not work. And every Indian also knows how to make the bike work by tilting it and kicking it. So, Indians have a special ability, he was telling, to make things work. They believe that things just don't work. You have to make them work. I have seen this in our temple. There was a construction going on and our carpenter had come and there was some discussion between the manager and the carpenter over the issue about the payment. And the carpenter was trying to use his mobile and trying to call again and again to his boss, the contractor, and the mobile was not working. And then in front of my eyes, the carpenter took out the mobile, the back cover, and then took out the battery, put some saliva on it, did like this, put it again back, and it started working. This is indianjugaad.com. So this is what is being grounded to reality. It minimizes stress. And this, see what is Indian Jugaad. I have given some pictures so that you understand what is Indian Jugaad. You see the person who is plowing here, and you see the person who wear this, and then there is the bell. So we need to understand that the first reason, we are going to discuss about 2 reasons and how Bhagavad Gita helps us to understand this. The first sutra for and not having stress or not able to manage stress is expectation minus reality is the stress. To live with a principle of expectation and not to live in reality. So the first principle Bhagavad Gita is going to drill as we go through the entire 8 sessions is to live a life on reality. If we really want to take charge of our life, we need to live a life of reality, not an expectations. I remember in 2010 when I was going to IIT Dhanbad for a seminar. It was a chair car AC, and the one couple was sitting beside me. The lady was sitting on the window side, the husband was in between, and I was on the side adjacent seat. And then as I was opening the laptop and I was working on it, and then the lady started dodging her husband. He ask, who is this person? Because I'm like this and I'm opening a laptop. This is unseen of, and that too in 2010, much before. So then I said about myself, I studied in IIT, I became a monk in ISKCON and all those things. And then this man stopped, and then the lady started asking questions. And you know, when the ladies start asking questions, and this lady started asking questions. Oh, how did you get into IIT? Where did you read? How much rank did you get? And what placements did you get? What is the average package? And all those. For 15 minutes, the lady was asking so many questions. I asked the lady after 15 minutes, why do you want answers for this question? No, I want my son to get into IIT. I said, give the phone number of your son. I will talk with him. And then he said, my son is just beside the seat. So I got up to see the son. She got up, the father got up. And the son is eating lollipop, sitting behind the seat with his grandmother. And I said, I have to teach him. And you are so concerned that how he will get into IIT. He has not even started studying in standard 1. This is what expectations we create in our life. The son has not started studying. This lady has started expecting her son to get into IIT. We really don't know whether the son will be good in mathematics or not, whether he will be good in English, literatures. We just don't know. And all these things create stress. So much of stress and so much of suicide happens because so much of expectation. Expectation is the greatest reason for stress. So expectation minus reality, how much ever we live a life beyond the reality, that much we will be in stress. So the first principle Bhagavad Gita will teach us to live on reality. And we are going to see through the slokas that how Bhagavad Gita teaches us to live in reality, or why we cannot live in reality. Yes, anyone can say, what's the problem of this unrealistic expectation? Expectations are good, but why there is unrealistic expectations? Yes, anyone? Why we have such unrealistic expectation? Why this lady was having such unrealistic expectation from the son?
We are comparing with others.
Very good. Very good. Very
Because
good.
we always hear the success story and we wanted to become there.
Very good. Now I will tell you this. So this simple anecdote. So this there was, your neighbor had an Alto 800 and you brought a brand new Honda City. And look how happy I am. I have a brand new Honda City parked beside my neighbor who has a Alto 800. And after some time, after 2 days, you saw the Alto disappeared and you became more happy. Wow, now my neighbor doesn't have a Alton, I have a Honda City. And after 7 days, this is what happened. There was a Mercedes-Benz parked at the same place, and you still have a Honda City. Now the Honda City has not changed, but your experience of happiness with the Honda City has changed because of the happiness that was coming from an unrealistic comparison. So the first principle that Bhagavad Gita is going to teach us is to definitely how to manage stress and how to live in reality. But to achieve that, we need to find happiness within. We need to find absolute happiness, not relative happiness. Our life is so much based on validation. You understand what is called validation? वो अगर सही बोलता है मैं सही हूं, वो अगर ये बोलता है वो सही है. How much our life is based on relative validations. And because our life is so much based on these comparisons. You may have Honda City, but you cannot experience the happiness of Honda City because you are always looking around who is not having Honda City or who is having much more than Honda City. So that's how Albert Einstein said a very interesting thing. Everybody is a genius. The person who has Alto is a genius. The person who has Honda City is a genius. The person who has the Mercedes-Benz is a genius. The person who is speaking in giving class is genius. And all of you who are hearing the class are also genius. But if you judge a fish in its ability to climb a tree, you will live your whole life believing that the fish is stupid. This is what is our problem, which creates stress. We are not living our natural life. If the fish is comparing with the monkey and thinking, oh, what is the use of my life? I cannot jump. But the fish is forgetting what is that, what uniquely he or she, I don't know, the fish can be both, what it can do. So these unrealistic expectations are coming from unrealistic comparisons. So Bhagavad Gita is going to teach us how to realize your own reality. Because today is an overview, I'm going to say what all Bhagavad Gita is going to give you. And in the next 8 sessions, we are again going to come back with one part of this today's seminar, one slide, and we are going to see how today's seminar is focused on this slide. So Bhagavad Gita is going to tell you how to realize your own self. So the second reason for stress is definitions minus reality is the stress. What you define yourself and what is actually the reality. You define yourself as an engineer, but the reality is you are an artist. You're going to be stressed. I have seen my friend in the 3rd year, while I was studying in the 3rd year, one boy absconded from the campus. And he was doing fairly good in the subject. Like you see, electronics, to get electronics, you have to have double-digit rank all over India. During that time, when seats were so less, I did my BTech from 2005. That time there was mains and all those. So IIT was really tough. And this boy, he absconded from the institute. He was missing. And we were wondering what happened. And then the parents came. The police came, the professors, everyone is inquiring where this boy went and all this. For almost a year or so, year and a half, he was missing. And then in the 4th year, I found my friend. I started shouting with his name, "Arey, tum kahan tha? Where you are?" In Hindi. And then he said, he showed his hand, he signaled his hand to his father. Babuji hain, baad mein baat karenge. Like that he spoke. And then I met him the next day, went to a park and we sat down and we discussed, and he said, I wanted to be a guitarist, a professional guitarist from childhood. And my father was hell-bent on making me an IIT engineer. And now I left the institute being so frustrated because I wanted to be a guitarist, and now I have learned such nice professional guitar and I'm playing in concerts and I'm really earning a lot and I'm satisfied. And my father has caught me, and you will not believe, the father was so much after him. He would be sitting outside the classroom so that my friend completes the credits of the engineering and gets a job. This is what I saw. So these unrealistic expectations which are coming from unrealistic comparisons are actually coming from unrealistic definitions of life. We are defining ourselves wrong. And because we are defining ourselves wrong, we are defining others are also wrong. Instead of being accommodative, compassionate to what a person can do and what person cannot do, we expect that you have to do. And if you do like this, then only I feel that you love me. The husband and wife, so much of unrealistic definitions, unrealistic expectations. The husband expects wife like this, the wife expects the husband like this. The husband and wife, they expect from the children like this. Even in the family, we have so much of unrealistic definitions. I am like this. And that definition is so unrealistic. I am husband. I am not going to help my wife in the household activities. So much of fights I have personally dealt because the husband was so much has defined himself. He is husband. And husband means he can't even touch the cooking utensils. And so much of fights because he has so unrealistically defined what is a husband based on his own. And similarly the wife, what is a wife? So these definitions of husband, the wife, the manager, the mother, the father, whatever definitions we have, it is we have made our own unrealistic definitions. So Bhagavad Gita is not going to tell you not becoming a mother, not becoming a father and becoming like a monk, Srinitha Das, then you'll find happiness. Bhagavad Gita is going to tell you how to become a realistic wife. How to become a realistic husband, how to become a realistic manager and an employee and a boss. And that's how Bhagavad Gita solves our problem. It's not that by reading Bhagavad Gita, people will become like me or people will leave this world. People will live in this world with a lot of realistic way. So Bhagavad Gita is not a book of optimism. I'm not going to tell you that Bhagavad Gita is going to be an optimistic book. Neither Bhagavad Gita is going to be a pessimistic book. Bhagavad Gita is a realistic book. By reading Bhagavad Gita, you will remain a husband, but much better husband. Because I am writing a book on marriage, and in that we are doing an interview with a lot of couples whom I counsel and all. And many were telling how just by experience of spirituality in their lives have changed. Their interactions with their wives and husband and children, they have changed. So it works, provided you learn it nicely, effectively, and also properly. There are so many people speaking about Bhagavad Gita, but it is important how to take Bhagavad Gita and apply it directly in your relationships, in your workplace. That's most important. And it is possible. I vouch because there are so many students who have attended the Bhagavad Gita sessions, you are not the one. Provided you just have to be more attentive and more little serious going back to your school days. So this is the verse which we are going to recite now. In the next, we'll end in 5-10 minutes. Okay, so this is the verse. Yes, Bhisma, so this verse. Yes. Amantram aksharam nasti. Nasti moolam anausadham. Ayogyaha purusha nasti. Yojaka tatra durlabha. Amantram aksharam nasti. Akshara means letters. There are no letters in this alphabet that from which a mantra cannot be designed. Every letter, mantra can be designed. That means every letter is unique and special. Nasti moolam anausadham. Moolam means herbs or roots. There is no root in this world from which ausadhi or medicine cannot be made. That means every root has potential to be converted to a medicine. Ayogyaha purusaha nasti. There is no purusha or man or woman, no human which is ayogyaha, useless. That means every human being is yogya, is uniquely yogya, uniquely potential. What is then missing? Yojakaha tatra durlabha. Durlabha means missing. What is missing? Yojakaha, who will make someone realize one's potential. The only missing thing in our life is we are missing that how we are unique and how we are special and how we can have a unique contribution to the family, to the community, to the nation and to the world. And if everyone realizes this uniqueness within, a realistic uniqueness, then there will be no fights and there will be no stress. Rather, we will be able to manage stress and channelize stress to get success in life. So this is what, so that is how count the blessings. What blessings we have got is we have all been blessed with unique potential. Count the blessings. I cried because I had no shoes. Then I met a man who had no feet. We all have got a lot of blessings. God has designed us with a lot of uniqueness. Realize it. Then with that definition, you can be happy. That's what Krishna made Arjuna realized. And we are going to see from that experience of Arjuna what we can learn. We are going to get educated. Bhagavad Gita is an education from the experience of Arjuna. So, some people, they have this conception, can Bhagavad Gita solve my problems? Why do I read Bhagavad Gita? Can Bhagavad Gita give me a job? Can Bhagavad Gita cure my diseases? Imagine some people who do not have got job or some who is studying in the colleges. Can just by reading Bhagavad Gita you will get marks? No. Can Bhagavad Gita reading give you a job? No. Can Bhagavad Gita, if you are going to cure diseases? Like many people come to me, Swami ji, मैंने बोला क्या हुआ? मेरा तबीयत खराब है, कुछ बताइए स्वामी जी. I said, what do you have to get into a doctor? People have such expectations from Swami ji. One couple come, Swami ji, हमारे बच्चे नहीं हो रहे हैं. मैं बोला मैं क्या करूं? What do I do? You go to a doctor, find out. So Bhagavad Gita, Swamijis are not going to cure our diseases or give us tips of how to get child, can give us job. Bhagavad Gita does not change the roads of our life. जीवन की रास्ते को वो बदलेगा नहीं. जीवन के रास्ते में, if in your road of life you are not having a job, Bhagavad Gita is not giving you a job. Bhagavad Gita is going to, change the experience, your experience in the roads of your life. Giving an example, let's say you want to travel from Calcutta to Bhubaneswar in a car. So you have an option to travel from Calcutta to Bhubaneswar in a bullock cart. And then you got an option to travel from Calcutta to Bhubaneswar in a Innova, which experience will be better? Bullock cart or Innova? Yes, anyone?
Innova.
Innova.
It depends.
Okay, depends,
Yeah.
but absolutely what? Definitely it depends on many factors, but at least otherwise people will not purchase Innova, they will purchase the Bullock cart. But on an absolute sense, it is Innova which is much, much, much more comfortable than a Bullock cart, yes? The experience of comfort in an Innova is much better, and then you purchase more high-end cars, luxury cars, it is much better. But in that, does the road from Calcutta to Bhubaneswar change by purchasing you Innova? No. The road from Calcutta to Bhubaneswar doesn't change because you have purchased an Innova. Your experience with the road has changed. So Bhagavad Gita is not going to solve the problems of life. Bhagavad Gita is going to tell us how to have a nice experience in life and how to have the right mindset to solve the problems in life. Yes, someone has spoken something. So understand, Bhagavad Gita is not a book of motivational language. There are so many motivational seminars and all those things. Like one man came in our temple recently and said to me that, Swamiji, I have heard so many motivational seminars and all, but my life is not changing. My life remains changed for some time, but I'm not able to continue to remain in that platform of changing life, doing something better. So I said to him, look, I can keep you in our guest house, and imagine we keep you in our guest house, and we tell you that we will train you how to walk nicely, how to walk like an elephant, how to walk like a majestic lion. We will give you training on walking. But the only thing is that for the next 7 days, we'll give you training, we'll not feed you, will not give you any water, will not give you any food. What will happen? Can you walk? He said, Swamiji, I'll die. I said, you know walking, and we are giving you training on walking, but because you do not have strength to walk, you cannot walk. So exactly in the same way, we may get a lot of motivational knowledge, but we need to have the inner strength to convert that motivational knowledge into action. So Bhagavad Gita is a book of action, and that is why it is called Karma Yoga. And that's what Krishna, as a phrase to Arjuna, says, Mam Anusmara Yuddhacha. Mere ko yaad karte karte, remembering me, Anusmara Yuddhacha, continue the battle of your life. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. It is not going to reduce the yuddha of your life. It is going to reduce the painful, miserable experience that you are going through while doing the battle of life, while living in the road of life. So have realistic expectations from Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, after the 8-session course, you will say, Swamiji ne kya padha aapko? Mera to job nahi laga. What did you teach? I didn't got a job. My disease didn't got cured. I was having cancer. And Swamiji, I thought that reading Bhagavad Gita, my cancer will go away. Your cancer is not going to go away. Your job will not going to come just by its own. But your fight towards cancer, your working towards job, and your experience to it, and your focus and positivity in that will change by reading Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita doesn't change the roads of your life. Bhagavad Gita changes your experience to the roads of life. And that's how Bhagavad Gita is called a bridge. A bridge connects from one side to another side because you cannot jump. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is a bridge that helps us to cross over from all these difficulties of life in a smooth way. If there is no bridge, then you have to cross the river by swimming, correct? Then also you can cross the river, correct? It's not that only bridge is required to cross the river. You can cross the river by swimming also. But what a wonderful experience is in a bridge. You can cross the river through the bridge. You can see the beauty of the river and not get affected by the river. Correct? So similarly, those who have read Bhagavad Gita, they can see as a third person what their life is. Just like over the bridge, you can see the river flowing. And you can see the wonderful beauty of the river and not get affected by the river and also cross the river. Exactly in the same way, Bhagavad Gita is going to act like a bridge in your life. It is going to empower you to cross the river of problems, river of difficulties, river of so many stressful situations in your life through a bridge where you cross it without going through the miserable experience of crossing it. So Bhagavad Gita is not going to tell you that, oh, you read Bhagavad Gita and you are automatically on the other side of the problem, solution side. No, you have to cross it. If there is one side of river and there is another side of the river, you have to cross it. Even if there is a bridge, you have to walk. But walking across the river through a bridge and swimming through the river, it's a difficult experience swimming. So Bhagavad Gita is going to make a bridge out of your life where you can cross over the problems of your life in a much better positive way. This is what Bhagavad Gita can do, and that's why we'll recite this last sloka and we will end here. This is a glorification of the Gita and Bhagavad and the scriptures that we read, and that's why before reading of the scriptures we recite sometimes this prayer. Tamadi Devam Karu. One person can recite who has a good voice. One person can unmute and recite after I complete one line. Tamadi Devam Karuna Nidhanam. Yes, anyone?
Tamadi Devam Karuna Nidhanam.
Tamalavarnam Suhitavataram. One person. Apara samsara samudra setu. Bhaja mahe bhagavata swarupam. Yes, one more person. Keep everyone muted. One more person. Okay. Tamadi Devam Karuna Nidhanam. Okay. Tamalavarnam Suhitavataram. Apara samsara samudra setu. Bhaja mahe tvam bhagavat swarupam. Tam Adi Devam. Hey Krishna, you are Adi Deva. You are the first personality in this creation. Karuna Nidhanam. You are Nidhi. You are reservoir of all Karuna or compassion. Tamala Varnam. Your color is like hue is black. Suhitavataram. You are always engaged in creating Suhit. Hit means good for others. Avatar. You are avatar for creating good in others' life. Apara samsara. This samsara, this world is like a samsara of lot of negativities. Samudra. Ocean of negativities. Setum. You have come as a bridge. Setu. You see this word? Setu. As a bridge. Bhaja mahe. I worship you. Bhagavad Sarupam, in your form as Bhagavad Gita, in your form as Bhagavat, in your form as Shastras, you have come as a Setu. And I am worshipping that form of yours, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, which is like a Setu, which is like a bridge to help us cross over our problems easily, seamlessly, than fighting to swim across our problems. So this is what Bhagavad Gita is going to offer you. So Bhagavad Gita is going to help you to live a realistic life with realistic expectations, realistic definitions, and Bhagavad Gita will tell you how to do that and not have unhealthy comparisons by crossing over and changing the experience of yourself to the roads of life. It is not going to change the roads of life. It is going to change your experience to the roads. It is not going to make, if you are solving mathematics as a student, it's not going to solve the mathematics. It's not going to make your mathematics easy. It is going to make your mathematics and solving those mathematics more seamless, more satisfying. It's not going to make your relationship with your wife nice. It's going to make your relationship with your wife and the struggles that you have, you still have, but it will become seamless and you will be able to overcome or cross over the problems with your wife, with your subjects, with your job, with your boss, seamlessly, nicely, effectively. So next class, we will see the first chapter of Gita. We will discuss about 3 personalities and we will see how we have problems like these 3 personalities. The 3 personalities mentioned in Bhagavad Gita first chapter is Arjuna, Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra. We will see how we have the Arjuna within ourselves, the Dhritarashtra within ourselves and the Duryodhana within ourselves, and how we can get rid of these 3 personalities in our life. That's what the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita speaks about. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now you can ask questions. If someone has, anyone has any question can ask, or those who do not have question, we will meet next class. Yeah, I think no one has put any question. Anyone has any question?
Yes. So which book should I read? Like Bhagavad Gita as it is?
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita. We will put the, if those who have Bhagavad Gita as it is, you can purchase that. We will not go to all the slokas of the first chapter, but we will select some 3-4 slokas of some chapters. So you can have Bhagavad Gita as it is, and or if you do not have it, you can contact, or we can put in the WhatsApp group also the link. But right now the book is not required. Whenever the book is required, we will tell you after 2-3 sessions. Okay? Okay. Yeah. So some questions have come. Can you give reference from the last verse glorifying the scripture? Yes. The last verse, that is this. This verse is from Padma Puran glorifying Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? Padma Puran glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna's avatar as scriptures. Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, these are all Krishna's avatar as scriptures, Shastra. So, Padma Puran, this verse. Why does it happen that whenever I chant Hare Krishna, something bad happens in my life? Okay. Okay. Why does when I do some spiritual activity, something bad happens in the life? Okay. So, I will give you an example. The same question was asked to Srila Prabhupada, who is founder of ISKCON. One lady was cutting vegetables for making an offering to Krishna, for making some prasad for Krishna, and then her hand got cut. And she also complained like this, why this bad happened, I am doing for Krishna, I am doing like this. So this Srila Prabhupada said, your head was supposed to be cut and Krishna arranged to do it and give it to you in a small, minuscule way by cutting your little finger. So if bad is happening, After even practicing spirituality, we must understand that if some bad is happening after practicing of spirituality, so first thing we must understand how much bad would have happened if I would have not practiced. Second thing is that how much more better we have to practice, because we may think I have read Bhagavad Gita, we may think I am a spiritual person, but that is our unrealistic definition of spirituality. Spirituality, can you mute? Spirituality is not based on what we define it. So you are saying yes about something bad happens when we chant Hare Krishna. So we have to find out how you are chanting Hare Krishna, how you are understanding spirituality. Those things on a personal level have to be dealt. Okay, so you can maybe, because this is a very specific question, because what you are talking about bad may not be bad. It would have been worse, and Krishna has made it bad. So that we have to see. Okay, how to reduce overthinking. Yeah, overthinking is a big problem. So we are going to see it in the third or fourth session when we are going to discuss about mind, the nature of the mind, as far as what Bhagavad Gita says about mind. So we will keep this for that session, because that entire session will be on overthinking only. How to come out of past miseries. This is very important. How to come out of the past miseries. You see, we have got some past experiences and all those things. We can come out of the past bad miseries by getting into our system good memories. So past miseries can get out of our system by good memories. I'll give you an example. Keep muted. Who is having? Everyone mute. Bikram, mute everyone. Yeah. So past miseries. Past miseries can get out of our system by good memories. I give an activity to demonstrate this. What is that activity? You take a glass of water, put Ujala. You know Ujala? Now also Ujala is there. In my childhood, the Ujala was there. So you take a Ujala blue and put it. Now how to make the water which has blue now again clear white? How to separate now blue from water? Can you make the water now clear white?
Yes, add more water.
Add more water. There is no other way, correct? Add more and more good water, good water, good water, good water. So the blue water will get out of the system and good water will remain, correct? There is no other way to make the water again white. There are other ways, adding chemicals and all those things. But the best, easiest way is take it to the tap, add more better water, and the better water will replace the blue water and the water will become white. So the past miseries that you have, it has to be replaced with very, very soothing good memories. And that is the beginning. You are now, if you learn now Bhagavad Gita and all, you will see your life will be filled with now good memories. You will learn how to live life properly and start filling it with good memories. You may say that there are past memories, but you have also some good memories. Count on that. Munch on the good memories. And those munching on the good memories will help you to get rid of the past memories. Okay? Yeah, okay. So that is one thing. How to reduce expectation. Today's class is only overview. How to reduce expectations will be covered in the next classes. Okay? So but we have to come to reality, and how Bhagavad Gita says that, how to come to reality, that we will discuss next class. We discussed the stress comes from comparison. Why everyone compares oneself with others? Because they don't live an absolute life. They live a relative life. Why everyone is comparing with others? They live a relative life. They are not able to find absolute original satisfaction. When I will compare, I have seen many monks also. They joined monk and then they start comparing. Oh, I think I made a mistake. I should have got married. Just see that man, he is earning so much of money. He has a nice bungalow to stay. Because he is not satisfied with what he is, then he will compare. Yes? When you will compare? When you are not satisfied with what is your situation right now, then you will compare. So Bhagavad Gita tells you how to live an absolute life, not based on relative validations. So that is what. So why we are comparing? Because you are not satisfied with your present situation. Your present situation is a blessing. And to understand it as a blessing, Bhagavad Gita is required. Even if you are going through the most dangerous tragedies, devastating tragedies in life, Bhagavad Gita has the power to convert those tragedies into greatest of opportunities, situations for improvement. So that is...
I have one query, can I ask?
Yeah, please.
So something you have put the effort 100% and it has come to you also. So it is like it has come to you and eventually shortly it has left you. The thing has come to you and you have captured it, and after few days you see that the thing got disappeared and you were completely dependent on that. So how do you handle that kind of stress and how do you move forward in that situation?
Yeah. So that thing means some resource like money or job or something like that. What is that thing, to be specific?
Yeah. So for example, like someone is preparing for IITs or someone is putting 100% effort, and you know that if you lose it, it is going to take you one extra year, right?
Yeah.
So in that situation, though eventually or shortly you will pass through that phase, but what my doubt is, in reality, how do you really handle such situation? It may be a job. So for example, you are getting an offer for 3 jobs, but you were more focused on the first one, which is like you wanted to go through that, but it came to you and then it got disappeared.
Yeah.
So for example, it may be IT's entrance, it may be MBAs, or it may be your job, current job. How do you pass that phase and how do you really handle that kind of stress during that period of time?
So we have to understand that the events in our life are stations, and the destination is different. So Bhagavad Gita speaks that life's events are just stations, different from the destination. If we make IIT as destination of your life and not a station of your life, then you will have this problem. If you make a job as destination of your life, then you will have problem. Life's various events, Bhagavad Gita says, are different stations. You have to go through them, understanding that this station is just a station. This is not my destination. I do not have to get down from the train. So many people, because they have these concerns, they commit suicides. Because they think IIT and not getting into IIT or getting into IIT is a destination. It's a station. Don't get down from your life thinking that, oh, I didn't got IIT or I didn't got or this thing has left, so my life is useless. This life is not useless. It is just a station. It came in your life and next station will come. And sometimes the next station will be better station and sometimes worse station. But if we understand that these are just stations and not destinations, then we can be very, very happy in all those stations and will not get down in the life. We will not break our relationships. We will not break our head, oh, now what I will do. We have to understand these are all stations. It will come. And how these stations are coming? Based on what train you took. You take a train from Howrah to Delhi. Will Chennai station come? Tell me, Nitin.
No.
It will not come. Why Chennai is not coming? Because you took a train from Howrah to Delhi. In that route, Chennai doesn't come. So similarly, our choices, previous choices, you are now in the station Dhanbad and you are saying, why Chennai is not coming, why Dhanbad is coming? No, you made a choice at Howrah to take a train to Delhi, and in that route Chennai is not there. So Bhagavad Gita is going to empower us to take the right choice every moment. Your choices will change your next station. And whatever choices you made previously will give you a particular station. Crying in Dhanbad that why Chennai didn't came is not the main thing. Now you have to tell that okay, मैं धनबाद पहुंच गया हूं, मेरे को चेन्नई जाना है. Now मेरे को पता चल गया. I came to know now Chennai is not going to come. Get down from Dhanbad, take another station. Don't stay in Dhanbad. Don't commit suicide in Dhanbad. Take the station to Chennai. Take the right train to Chennai, and Chennai will come. So similarly, if we take the right train to happiness and satisfaction, it will come. So speaking about why these stations are coming in life, find out what choices you made. And sometimes some stations may come because we may have unrealistic expectations. If someone didn't get into IIT, one should think, am I capable of IIT? And why I am not capable? Why his person is capable? Maybe in previous life some karmic situations I created. So life situations are just station, not the destination of life. And our different stations are framed by how choice we are making, which route of life you are going to take. So Bhagavad Gita is going to tell you that how to choose a route of life which will give you good stations in the future. And the stations that are coming now is because of the wrong choices you made in your previous lifespan. So this is what you have to understand. Life is not your stations, they're just stations, life's events. Your studies are just stations. And if you do the choices, the stations nicely, you'll get a better destination, definitely. You're able to understand, Nitin?
Yes, sir. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Prabhuji, one question on that note. We are taking different actions based on what choices that you said, the choices we are making in our life.
Yeah.
So, but we say that God, whatever happens is based on God's choice, His mercy, and so where is our action? Where is our choice that we are making mistakes? Where we are making mistakes in taking those decisions or choices we are making?
Yeah, so we are making some decisions and choices, but these decisions, like for example, if I make a choice of driving a car in the left side in India, then it's my choice. Definitely I can drive, but that choice will lead me to get penalized. Yes. So then how do I understand how to take a right choice? Learn the traffic rules. So how to understand what is the right choice? Learn the life rules. If in traffic, the roads, there can be rules, cannot be life has rules. Are we learning life rules? If you don't learn, then you make your choice on your own without following the law, and you land up into problem, Baba. If to manage an organization, there are so much hierarchy, so much of law system and everything, law and order to manage a country. To manage such a big cosmos, there is no law. How do we believe? And if you don't align yourself, your choices don't align yourself with the universal laws, you will land up into problem. So if my choice on the road or driving a car on the road doesn't align myself to the laws of traffic department of West Bengal, I'll be penalized. So similarly, we need to learn the rules and align our choices according to the rules of universal laws. That's what Bhagavad Gita is. It is going to tell, it's a law book of humanity. It's going to tell us how to live your life in such a way, and what choices you can take and what choices you cannot take, so that you can go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Prabhuji, one more doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in our life, we say that we should define our goal, that is destination, so that we will reach there.
Yeah.
If some hurdles will come, that is we are not reaching at our station, we should change the route and we will reach destination.
Yeah.
But you said like we should not consider that cracking IIT as a destination.
Yeah.
So what will be our destination in this case?
Yeah, that's what we have to read Bhagavad Gita. That's what is the suspense. What is our destination? So if I tell you now the destination, how will you understand? Because the whole lot of book is entire for that. Life is not a life's events are just stations and not destination. That is the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. How to take different events of life as stations and not destinations. Okay. But if I have to tell you, I have to tell you the entire message of what is that in that chapter. And maybe I'll give a entire PDF shared in the WhatsApp group, what classes we're going to have and what will be the topic names for it by within 3-4 days. That will help you to understand what all things we'll cover in this course. Okay.
Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yeah, yes.
Prabhuji, I think there are many slokas in Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
I think when going through the slokas, I think the way how we should recite the sloka many times we are not sure.
Yeah.
The moment when you are reciting or when you are telling that the sloka, there is a separate up and downs which we are never known.
Yeah.
One more thing, how do you remember these slokas? Because 1 or 2, 3, 4 slokas, when we go there, that itself is taking long time.
Okay. So Bhagavad Gita, these Sanskrit slokas have a particular meter or called chanda. So the chanda of Bhagavad Gita is called Anustup. There are many chandas, Malini, Harini, and lot of different chandas. Like this chanda, there is a different chanda like Tamadi Devam Karunani Dhanam. This is not from Bhagavad Gita. It's had a different chanda, and Bhagavad Gita chanda is different. That is called Anustup. Now Bhagavad Gita chanda is the easiest among all chandas. So learning Bhagavad Gita slokas is going to be the most easy experience for every one of you. You just need to learn how to break it. Now how to learn it? You have to catch the tune. You do not have to first worry about the words. Just catch the dhun, the tune in which I am reciting the Bhagavad Gita. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha. So once you catch the dhun, then you will be able to do it. Second thing, what Srila Prabhupada in that Bhagavad Gita as it is, as he was quoting, it has done is, it has already broken where you have to stop. So your job is for every 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita, what Srila Prabhupada did, because many people would have asked Srila Prabhupada also the same question what you are asking me now. So Srila Prabhupada intelligently, for the modern Kali Yuga people who don't know Sanskrit, what he did was, he already broke it apart. So you know, if there is a gap between two words, you know that first word has to be recited separately, and if there is no gap between two words, it has to be recited together. So this is something which is unique in Bhagavad Gita as it is. The slokas are already broken into the way the meter is, where to break, where to give a pause. And maybe after we have recited some slokas, after 2-3 sessions, I can take 15 minutes to explain in details how to read the English phonetics that is there in the Bhagavad Gita. We can take a session for it. But it's very easy because Bhagavad Gita chanda is the easiest of all the Sanskrit chanda. And most of the Vedic literatures, almost 80% or more, is written in Bhagavad Gita chanda. Anustup chanda is the most common chanda in Sanskrit literatures because People want it to be read by everyone. The literature is written not that people put dandavat to it. So literatures are written so that most of the people are able to read it. Definitely, Srimad Bhagavatam, the chandas that are there, and Upanishads, the chandas that are there, their chandas are more difficult. But Bhagavad Gita is such a uniquely designed Krishna has given us before the beginning of Kali Yuga. Is Bhagavad Gita contains all the knowledge of the Upanishads and Vedas, but in a very chanda which is easily recitable, and also you can memorize it. Now, coming to the point of your next question, how to memorize Bhagavad Gita, take your first line, recite it 10 times. Take the second line, recite it 10 times. Third line, recite it 10 times. Fourth line, recite it 10 times. And then recite 2 lines together 10 times. Next 2 lines 10 times. Then the 4 lines together 10 times. So this is the method of memorizing slokas. This is how it was done. Just you have to recite it more and more, you will memorize it. And second thing is understanding each meaning of each word. Imagine you are forgetting somewhere. If you remember the meaning of the sloka, then you will remember the word containing that meaning, then you can fill the gap. So if you understand the sloka well, what every word is meaning. Just like I said about that verse, amantram aksharam nasti. So I said amantra means mantra, there is no akshar from which mantra cannot be made. Right? So if you understand every word of it, then it is also becomes easier to remember. So we have to recite it again and again. That is no other way to easily just memorize the sloka. But if we understand where the chanda is, then it becomes very easy experience. Rather, it becomes a more delightful experience. Every day one, like we have, I generally suggest, there are 700 slokas. You take 1 sloka per day. And if you take 1 sloka, then you can recite all the 360, in 2 years you can recite the entire Bhagavad Gita, 1 to 1. Second thing I say that out of 700 slokas, there are 45 slokas which are important. And generally in the course of it, we will give those 45 slokas. Remember those 45 slokas. Remembering 45 slokas will take 1 year only. Most of the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is covered within these 45 slokas. Bhagavad Gita only speaks about 5 things, which we will see next to next class in the third session. Bhagavad Gita talks about only 5 things. And if you remember 1 sloka from this, then you have remembered the entire Bhagavad Gita, understood the entire Bhagavad Gita. That is also another way. Okay?
Prabhuji, do we have any small book of those 45 shlokas?
I'll give you a PDF of it. We do not have a small book. How many books we will create? And so we will give you a PDF of it. After the end of the course, I'll give you a PDF. Okay? Those slokas.
Yeah,
okay, Hare Krishna. We'll end here. It's already 1. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.